Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ni hao, fanakam, and kaifa halukum. Okay, now we study dynamic behavior of second order processes. A second order transfer function, a second order process, actually can arise from two first order that are connected in a series, something like this. Okay, so if we connect two first order system, we call K1 tau1, K2 tau2s plus 1, it will get second order system. We can rewrite again K1 K2 over tau1s plus 1 times tau2s plus 1. So for the general or standard form of second order system is K over tau square s square plus 2 zeta tau s plus 1. So this is the standard form of second order processes. Now we want to know what the response means yt of this second order process if we enter an input here. What the response? The response is its dynamic behavior. Okay, as we know, in first order system, we can derive the yt using ys. Ys is a transfer function. Here is k over tau square s square plus 2 zeta tau s plus 1. We use the standard form of second order process, time input. For the step input, we have m over s. Okay, so the response of the second order will depend on the this quadratic equation. Okay, this quadratic equation may produce real and unequal, or distinct may be produce real and equal, mean the repeated root, or maybe complex conjugate root. So let's recall the fundamental theory when the quadratic equation produce real and equal, when produce real unequal, when produce complex conjugate. Okay, let we recall again our knowledge for the quadratic equation. Ex square plus bx plus c is 0 to find the root. Then the root is x 1 2 minus b plus minus b square ac over 2a. Actually, the number under square root we call as d or determinant. So b square minus a for ac is d, determinant. Okay. If the determinant d less than 0, then we will get square root of negative, then the quadratic equation will produce a complex conjugate. Okay. If d is equal to 0, then the root is real and equal. And if d is more than 0, square root of positive, then the root is real and unequal root. Okay. So in our case, we have a is tau square, b is 2 zeta tau, and c is 1. Then the d is d square, means 2 zeta tau square minus 4ac, 4ac, means 4 zeta square theta square minus 4 theta tau square. Okay, so for there are three cases. There are three cases for this quadratic form or second order form. The first case, if t is more than 0, mean this one 40. So 4 zeta square, sorry, so 4 tau square times zeta square minus 1, mean that if t more than 0, mean that 4 tau square times zeta tau square minus 1 more than 0, mean that zeta square more than 1 or zeta more than 1. And second case is t is equal to 0, mean that 4 tau square times zeta square minus 1 is 0, then zeta square is equal to 1 or zeta equal to 1. And the third case, t less than 0, then 4 tau square times zeta tau minus 1 less than 0 or zeta tau less than 1 or zeta tau square less than 1 or zeta tau less than 1. Here we define that zeta is more than 0. So in the third case, we will defined that theta more than or equal to 0 and less than 1. So there are three cases. If theta more than 1, we will produce root with real and unequal or distinct. So if D0 means we will get the root real and equal or repeated root. But for the case theta less than 1 but more than 0, the root will be complex conjugate. Okay, so based on this three cases, based on the three cases, the dynamic behavior of the second order is depend on the value of theta. Depend on the value of theta. Theta is we call it theta is a damping factor. Damping factor. Why? Because based on the value of beta, the response of second order will underdamped, overdamped, or critically damped. Okay, now we proceed to next case by case from this second order processes. Okay, just to remind you that now we are studying about the step response of second order system, because we introduce step input here. Okay, so the step response of second order can be categorized into three classes. That one, if, and the first class on the first type is if theta more than 1, and the second type theta is equal to 1. Theta is equal to 1, and the third class theta is between 0 and 1. As I mentioned before, that if theta, if you know, already know that if theta more than 1 means the determinant more than 0, mean that will get real and distinct root. This one, if determinant 0 means theta is equal to 1, will produce real and repeated root, and from the second will produce complex conjugate root. Okay, for real and distinct root mean you will get ys is ks plus, for example, for the random number a, s plus b, so the root a and b here is s1 and s2 time m over s. For the real and repeated root, ys will be k s plus a, because 2 root then a plus a square, time m over s. Okay, for the third class, ys will be k over s plus p plus j omega time s plus p minus j omega, yeah, time m over s. So you convert this to get the yt on the response of the second order. Convert this form by alpha 1 s plus a, alpha 2 over s plus p, plus alpha 3 over s. And for this case, you convert from to become alpha 1 s plus a plus alpha 2 s s plus s plus a square plus alpha 3 over s. Okay. And the third class, convert this equation to become alpha 1 plus j beta 1 over s plus p plus j omega plus alpha 1 minus j beta 1 over s plus p minus j omega plus alpha 3 over s. So in the final result, you will get alpha 1 e minus a t plus alpha 2 e the b t plus alpha 3. In this case, you will get alpha 1 e minus a t plus alpha 2 time okay, for this part, just check in your table Laplace transform for Laplace transform and time domain table. So in this table, is t and s domain, the t domain, n t the n minus 1 e minus pt over n minus 1 factorial, here n more than 0. The s function or Laplace will be 1 over s plus p power n. So in our case, n is 2. N is 2. Then we get alpha 2 times t power 2 minus 1. So t times e minus pt over 1. So over 1 plus alpha 3. Okay. And in the third case, so this is clear. The case, you will get 2 alpha 1 e minus pt cos omega t plus 2 beta 1 e minus pt cos sin omega t plus alpha 3. So this is the response of the second order. If you have all the number of variable a, b, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, etc., you will get the graph. You get the graph. What the response in time domain? So this is yt. This is yt. So this one yt for the third class. Okay. So on the first case, yeah, as you studied before, yeah, because there are two first order. So for the first order like this, the two first order, the response will be the first time will Sakis, then like this. Okay, so this is the response of the step response of okay. So if you draw the graph of this step response, the second order is like this. So the first time is like this, okay, or like this. This depend on the value of theta. So when the theta is higher, so this one the very sluggish response, a very slow response with the theta is bigger. Okay. So for the theta smaller, the response will like this. Okay, so for this the second case, the response of the step response of second order from the second case yt is blah blah blah. Okay, so sorry, this one actually a, so a s plus a square, so this one is a, not b. Okay, the response will be like this. Okay, something like the same with similar with the first case, but now in this the second response more faster than first case, and for the third case the response will keep oscillate, so like this. So for the smaller lambda, for the smaller theta, the response will faster, yeah, but the overshoot here, or the amplitude of this response is very high. Okay, so we now can define or investigate the step response of second order. From the first case here, we call it as overdamped response. So it's an overdamped. And for the second case is critically damped. Damped response. For the third case, we call it underdamped response. So underdamped response case if the value of theta between 0 and 1, critically damped produced by second order with theta is equal to 1, and overdamped response will produced by a second order system when the theta more than 1. Okay, so this is time. Sorry, I forget this one. YT, this one YT. So now we concern to the third case, that is the second order produce complex conjugate root. Okay, as you see in this equation, there is no sin or cos here. There is no sin or cos term here. But in the third, there is cos, yeah, cos and sin term here. Because there is cos or sin and sin term, then they will produce oscillate response. So any process that produces YT cos or sin mean that the root is the root are complex conjugate, then it will produce oscillation response. Okay, so all the process that has complex conjugate root, yeah, it will produce oscillation response or oscillate response. Okay, so the several general remarks can be made concerning the response as shown in this figure. Yeah. The first remark is response exhibit a higher degree of oscillation, and overshoot as theta approaches to 0 or small theta. And the second, so the first remark, theta small will produce a higher of oscillation. The second, the larger theta will produce very slow response. Yeah. Larger theta, or theta larger, then will produce very slow response. Okay, and the third remark is the fastest response without overshoot, so without oscillation, yeah, fastest without oscillation is obtained for the critical damp case, yeah, when the theta is 1. Critically damped. Okay, to make clear the response of step response of second order system, I will simulate all this graph using MATLAB simulating software at the next time. Okay, now we study about the third case. If the response is oscillation, there are several terms here, the new several terms here. So if we have a response like this, and then get a new steady state, We have several terms. The first, the time the process output take the first reach the new steady state, mean here we call it as rise time. So this is rise time. Yeah. So time, rise time, this one TR. Okay, and the first time to reach the peak, we call it the time to first peak. Yeah, time to the first peak, or TP. Time to the first peak. Okay, and then settling time. Here settling time is the time required for process output to reach or remain inside a band whose width is equal to plus minus 5% of the total change in Y. Or so the response reach about 95% at new steady state. So the time, yeah, will be called as settling time. Here, settling time. And so the settling time TS here. Okay, and another term is the larger peak overshoot. So now if we get A, this one B, yeah, the overshoot is, yeah, shoot is OS is E over P. Yeah. So the percentage overshoot will be 100 times A over B. Okay, so this is the higher peak, and maybe the peak will be decreased. Okay, here C. Okay, C. Then we have decay ratio. Yeah. Decay ratio, or TR, is C over A. So C over A is decay ratio. And then P, period of oscillation. Yeah. Period of oscillation is period from one peak to first peak to second peak is period of oscillation. So here period of oscillation, or P, is the time between two peaks. So this is time axis. So TR, rise time, TP, time to the first peak, Ts time settling time. So 95% reach the new steady state here. So the error might be about 5%. The error from the new steady state about 5%. We consider as a settling time. Okay, from the second order transfer function, we can get some term using the parameter of second order transfer function. So TP can be calculate. TP can be determined or calculate from this equation P tau over square root of 1 minus zeta square, and OS overshoot can be determined by exponential of minus P times zeta over square root 1 minus zeta square. Okay, and the decay ratio dr is OS square, mean exponential of minus 2p zeta over square root of 1 minus zeta square. And the period can be found using this equation 2p tau time divided by 1 square root of 1 minus zeta square. So when you have the second order transfer function, so k tau square s square plus 2 zeta tau s plus 1, second order transfer function, then from this information, from this parameter, you can get what the TP, OS, DR ataupun period of the oscillation. So you no need to derive, or you no need to draw the time response of the second order transfer function. You just input all this value of parameter to this equation. Okay, and remember that this response is step response. So when we introduce the step input, then the response is like this. For third case, the third case, if this transfer function produce complex conjugate root, because if the transfer function contain complex conjugate root, then the yt will consist of sin and cos term. Then the response will be oscillate. What the TP overshoot, decay ratio, or period can be found using this equation. Okay, so that's all for the second step response of second order system. I hope you can follow this material, and if you do not understand, please repeat and repeat again. Okay, thank you, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.